back to WC Bricks and another episode of Building Gotham City in Lego, and here we are back at Arkham Asylum. So we had problems last week with the alignment of this where it was overhanging and we couldn't get it to clip on, so we're trying to find a solution to that. Last week Lenny Nash suggested, why don't I make it more like a Ninjago set where you've got several little modulars all clipped together, and I may try that. But what I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to finish the layout of the walls in here because it's not going to take that much to do that, tile off the top of it, and then do the next floor up and see if that clips on, because I'm thinking that the problem is with these 2x1 bricks, having so many of them for whatever reason is causing the issue. If the next floor up does work and it clips on perfectly, then I know that the issue isn't with the doing it in one big section, and we can carry on building up like that. But yeah, we're just going to have a bit of a trial and error session now, see what we can work out and go from there. So let's get the bricks out and let's get building. Now that's made Arkham Asylum look different. So I tiled off the top of this floor here, ready to do the next one, which is obviously going to be very similar in looks to this. But before I sort of I was about to make the floor plan or another plate to go on the top of it to check whether or not it fits, find out whether I need to make this modular or not. And I thought, wow, the base is actually the same shape or the same length, same depth and things like that. So I thought, let's pop that on there and see what happens. And it fits perfectly, absolutely fine, no trouble at all on there. So yeah, the problem is clearly with these 2x1 bricks. So I don't need to worry about doing this floor or the next floor up in a modular style. There is one slight bit down the back here that looks like it's possibly popped back a little bit, but it's nothing too serious, and it's possibly just the way that I've built that section just there. So what it does mean is, in order to get this one to clip to that, if I want to do it on a typical modular style, I need to amend this somehow. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to carry on concentrating on this bit here, and then over the next week or two, I'm just going to try and modify this lower floor by putting a row of plates halfway down, I think, possibly just below the window line there, and then that'll stretch the bricks out. But it's nice to know that I can carry on building up these floors, or hopefully I can, in one large section of the build. So yeah, that's all good. Glad we did this way round. So anyway, let's peel this off now and carry on building the interior of that building. And it's all changing inside Arkham Asylum here. So as you can see, we've started doing the back wall there, putting the second skin on there in a different colour. And we changed out how it's going to be here. So I wanted to make this area here a lot bigger. So when you come through the front door, there's going to be like a security section, like a metal detector sort of thing, the scanner, so they know nobody's sneaking anything into the asylum. So I needed to get rid of the stairs that were going up there. So what we've done is we've put them on the walkway. So the walkway comes around and it'll go up to the next level from there. And also the stairwell that was going down there is going to be back to how it originally was. So it's going to be coming up to the cells in the middle there. So it's all change on that side. But happy with the changes here. It's going to give us a little bit more room to do things. It's going to be a doorway at the back there, and then that'll be the entrance to where the prisoners can speak to the visitors in there, and the doorway to their section, the visitor section, will be there, and that's going to be the toilet, and then the stairs upstairs on that bit. But I thought I'd just show you the revised layout, and there is the floor plan all finished. All we need to do is put the doors in, tile the floors, and put a few of the finer details in on there. So this is going to be the bathroom, this is the visitor room, and obviously that's the side where the prisoners will be, and they'll walk along the corridor out through the door there. And we're going to have some stairs just coming down there to take us to the lower level, and obviously we've got the stairs coming up here which will go up to the upper level, and there will also be a set of stairs just here as well. So now we've got that all finished, what we're going to do now is tile off the top of that, and then we're going to do the floor plan for the next level up. So let's get to it. And this multicoloured floor is the next level up. So we've managed to get this all fitting on here. It is very, very tight, and it does want to pop up. On the end there, it's popping up, but I think that's purely where it's all plate. As soon as we got some bricks on there, it should all be good. On the side here, the length looks good again. So it is just overhanging very slightly there, but I think overall, once we've got it all in place and all built up, it should work out fine. And I think also when we've put the last few bits and pieces here, it's going to all sort of like stop some twisting on there. But anyway, let's get this all built up now. We can put the row of brown bricks all the way around on there, start building up as much as possible with what we've got available to us. it is, the two floors together, and really liking the look of that. I think that window does need to come up by one brick, and certainly put another brick below it, or some sort of like sign on there. And I'm not sure about the entrance to that there. There's too much of the light bluish grey on there, so whether or not I change the floor, the tiles on the floor there, I'm not sure yet. And at the side here you can see the platform sticking out, and that's going to lead to the tower, which will be into that corner. The windows I'm possibly going to change up. I've obviously done a different style down the bottom here, because obviously they're prison cells. The rooms at the top will have normal window glass in them if it's sort of like just staff members, but if it's something like the medical ward or a treatment room or something like that, I will put the bars back on there, because the bars do actually, these bars here do fit straight into those window frames, I believe. So that's all good. What we're going to do now, we've already taken the plate that was on here over to the table, so we're going to make a start now on the exercise yard. So originally I started doing the wall here, and it was one skin deep, and all of these were sort of like just in stacks, so the brickwork is all sort of like in line properly. However, I decided that it's way too flimsy, so I'm going for 2 skins deeps, and I'm also staggering it as well. And this is the same as what the actual building itself has been, how the other building's been made as well. So I'm just going to carry on doing that all the way around. The bit in the corner here, that's going to be where the tall tower is. And one other thing that I'm also considering doing is putting a headlight brick or a snot brick into the wall just here every so often, and then put a tile on the front of it, and then that way it would sort of just give the wall a little bit more detail. If I put headlight bricks on the front row here, then it will just protrude a little bit, and again I just think it's just going to break it up a little bit and add a little bit more variety to the wall. So anyway, let's get back to building, and we'll check back in once we make some progress. And here we have the exercise yard for Arkham Asylum. And using these 2x bricks, again, it was so hard to get these plates on the top. When you're using a lot of them, it really does struggle to clip together. And it's almost like they're just too close together. They're not spread out as wide as what a plate is. So really baffled as to why the issue is with those masonry bricks. But it's all done, that's the main thing. So now we've got this section all done, what we can do is we'll tile off part of the top here, probably using jumper plates, and then we're going to put some poles coming up on the top with some spikes and things like that. And as I mentioned before, this bit here, that's where the tower is going to be. So let's move this over to the mock, and we'll see how it looks next to the building. And there it is. The exercise yard is next to Arkham Asylum, and really pleased with how much we managed to get done this week. I think it's coming on nicely. Going to move that dark bluish grey brick up by one row, I think, and add a few more of the jumper plates with tiles around the building. And I think also it'd be good to continue the grey line across the main building there. So whether or not that's going to be feasible or not, we'll have a look into that next week, hopefully, or the week after. And we'll add a few more details to this wall as well, because again, as I said, just by how we've done that, I think it looks a lot better. Liking the tower going up there, so I think that is probably going to be about the height that we're going to do the tower when we get around to doing it. And I'm not sure what sort of technique I'm going to do on there. Won't be using those big panel pieces, I don't think. I've got enough to do 2 towers, because obviously I want to have another one over this side. But yeah, really happy with how this is all coming on. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the update. If you have, please give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. And please share it with your family and friends. Anyway, thanks for walking on by, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.